Welcome everybody to 3 in the Key. I'm Chris, and the Milwaukee Bucks have won the 2021 NBA Finals. It was a messy game. Each team had their fair share of turnovers, with 14 for Phoenix and 18 for Milwaukee. However, for the first time in 50 years, the Bucks have won the championship. Overall, this was a super exciting series and both teams played great. However, the Bucks won it all last night in Milwaukee, 105-98. I cannot say enough about Giannis' play last night. He had one of the single best final performances I have ever seen. He dropped 50 on the Suns and added 14 rebounds and was 17 for 19 at the free throw line. He was just amazing. Not only did he play outstanding on the offensive side, his defense was spectacular, becoming the first player in NBA history with 50 points, 10 plus rebounds, and 5 blocks in the finals. He pretty much scored half of their points. Giannis has been great throughout the entire playoffs, and his hard work has finally paid off with him winning Finals MVP and him getting his first ring. Now, Jrue Holiday. I just don't understand. He had such a big impact on last night's game, but he was horrible on offense again. Not that it matters anymore. He played his role, and that was enough for the Bucks to win. He ended last night's game with 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 11 assists. He was just stellar on the defensive end again, with 4 steals and giving 100% on every play and possession. Even Chris Middleton did not have a great game by any means, but down the stretch he was phenomenal. He's clutch, there's no other way to put it. Like I've said before, Giannis is by far the best player on the team, but when the buzzer sounds and it's time to kick off the fourth quarter, it's Middleton's team. He just takes over games late. He only had 17 points, but 8 of which came with 3 minutes left in the game. He played physical defense throughout the entire series and just made it extremely difficult for Devin Booker to get his way last night. And now for Bobby Portis. He provided a spark off the bench for the Bucks, scoring 16 points. He's absolutely loved by the fans in Milwaukee. After the game at the trophy presentation, the whole building is shouting for him. He is like the Milwaukee Bucks version of Alex Caruso. The Bucks are so lucky to have a guy like that come off the bench and just give it 110% every night. Just an all-around team player and came up big time for the Bucks last night. Okay, I feel bad for Chris Paul in his 16th year coming so close to winning the finals, but that's just how it goes sometimes. He was great in last night's game with 26 points and 5 assists. His game was pretty slow in the first half, but it really started to pick up after halftime. It wasn't enough though. The Bucks just dominated the boards, and the Suns didn't have what it took to compete with Milwaukee's size. Chris Paul is also a free agent this offseason, most likely staying with the Suns, but I'm sure there will be other teams that would love to acquire the Hall of Fame point guard. As for Devin Booker, he sold. He just choked. Now overall, he has had a very good series, but in Game 6, facing elimination, he was nowhere to be found. He only scored 19 points, coming off back-to-back 40-point performances. However, it was him going 8 for 22 from the floor and 0 for 7 from 3, not to mention his 6 turnovers. He was not very good last night. But the Suns will most probably be back in the playoffs next year, so that's something to look forward to if you're a Suns fan. Something I'm sure Suns fans don't want to look forward to is another game like that from DeAndre Ayton. I said last time Ayton needed to be big in order for the Suns to force a Game 7, and Ayton was definitely not that. He only scored 12 points, seemingly bobbling every pass that was thrown his way. I also said he needed to be aggressive on the glass, which he was not, only pulling in 6 rebounds. I could tell he was very nervous last night. The guy is only 22 years old. He still has so much room to grow and improve. But it just was not that kind of game the Suns needed last night to win. Lastly, I want to congratulate both coaches. Monty Williams has done a great job with the Suns team and showed great levels of courage and sportsmanship when he went to the Bucks locker room after the game, to congratulate them and thank them for making him a better coach. As for Mike Budenholzer, I had my doubts in the beginning, but he proved me and probably a handful of others wrong. He was great. Both coaches were great, really, and he led his team all the way to the championship. Congratulations. Anyway, that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.